Hello, family. You are warmly welcome back again to my YouTube channel. This is your math tutor, Richard Oben, and I'm here to expose you to the branch in mathematics called algebra. As we are in a journey tackling the branch in mathematics called algebra, how to simplify algebraic expressions, how to factorize algebraic expressions, and as well looking at how to find values of a given algebraic expressions. So this time around, as we are here, we are going to journey through finding the value of algebraic expressions. So now, as you can see on the board, the question, the what we are looking at today is algebra, and specifically, we are diving into how to find for values of algebraic expressions. So I have some sample questions here that I want you, I want us to go through one after the other, and we believe that at the end of the day, you'll be able to understand the concept, so that whichever the question that will be given to you, you will be able to solve it on your own. So what are you waiting for? Just come closer and let's start looking through it and going through how the problem will be solved one after the other. So now, for question number one, it says, I have the algebraic expression 3x squared plus 4x minus 5. It says, given that the value of x is what? 1. What it means is, I am going to find the value of this expression with a given value of the variable within the expression being what? 1. So what am I going to do in the first place? For me to be able to find the value of this expression, I am supposed to substitute the value of the variable within the expression, which is 1. So that is what it means. I'm going to substitute the value of the 1 here, wherever I see the variable x in there, so that I'll be able to find the value of the expression. So let's get started so that you understand what I'm trying to say. Question number one, I have the expression to be 3x squared plus 4x minus 5. And remember, the instruction says that we should find the value of this expression with a given value of x to be what? 1. I get me? Remember, I cannot find the value of this without the value of the variable given. So here it says that when x is equal to 1, so it means that wherever I see x, I'm going to substitute what? 1 over there. Please, are you with me? Very good. So now my first approach is, remember in mathematics, 3x squared simply means what? 3 is multiplying the variable x, okay? And x is multiplying itself 2 times. So here I have plus, here I have 4, okay, multiplying x. I believe you are following the concept. All right, then here I have minus 5. It means that wherever I see x, I'm going to substitute what? 1 over there. So mathematically, this can be expressed as 3 in a bracket, 1 multiplying another 1, plus 4 in a bracket, 1 multiplying 5. So this is what it means. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tackle what I have in the brackets, then after I will multiply. So here I have 1 times 1, which gives me 1. Okay, so here I have 1 in the bracket, then plus 4 times 1 is 4, minus 5. So here I'm going to get 3 times 1 is 3, plus 4, minus 5. So over here, we have 3 plus 4, 3 plus 4 minus 5. So yeah, I'm going to apply the rule of board mass. We all know that board mass, as one of the principles in mathematics, say that we should tackle the bracket. We don't have any bracket there. We tackle off. There's no off. We should tackle division, but we don't have any division there. So we go to multiplication. There is no multiplication. We go to addition. So we are tackling addition first. So addition, I have 3 plus 4, which gives me what? 7 minus 5. Okay, so I'm done with the addition. Now I'll go to subtraction, which is the latter part. So therefore, if I should subtract 5 from 7, I'm going to get what? Positive 2. Are you clear with that? So 7 minus 5 gives us what? Positive 2. That means that the value of the expression 3x squared plus 4x minus 5, which in the sense that when x is equal to 1, my answer becomes what? Positive 2. And this becomes the answer. Alternatively, we can also solve it in a different way. Okay, so I believe you've been able to understand this and you are following the concept. So let's see an alternative means with which this can also be solved. So the alternative means over here, you see, I have 3. Now, x over here has the value of 1. So I will open a bracket and remember the x is squared. Okay, the value of x here is 1. Which means that wherever I see x, I'm going to substitute 1 over there. That's why I have 1 was squared. Now, plus 4 in a bracket, positive 1 minus 5. So this is what I am getting. Then over here, we know that any quantity being squared over here simply means the quantity is multiplying itself 2 times. So if I have 2 all squared, this one means the quantity 2 is multiplying itself what? 2 times. If I have 3 all squared, it means the quantity 3 is multiplying itself how many times? 3 times. And this is what it means. Now, we all know that 1 times 1 gives us what? 1 and not 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Are you getting me? Very good. So here, we know that 1 times 1 gives us 1. So it means that wherever in the bracket over here, after solving this, I had 1 plus 4. Okay, so 4 times 1 is 4 minus 5. Then here, I'm going to get 3 times 1 gives me what? 3 plus 4 minus 5. So here too, we apply one of the principles in mathematics, which is the board math, as we discussed it earlier. So board math here, we tackle addition first. So here we're tackling addition. We are going to get 3 plus 4, which is 3 plus 4, which is 7, so minus 5, where we are going to get what? Positive 2 as our final answer. So have it in mind that whichever way that we go about it, we are going to arrive at the same answer. Right, so let's dive into question number 2. Remember, we are still looking at how to find the value of a given algebraic expression. All right, and have it in mind that algebraic expression can be expressed in a form like this, and sometimes we can attain fractions in algebraic expression. So question number 2, we have fractional algebraic expression. So this is a fractional algebraic expression as we have over there. So let's see how to dive into question number 2 as well. So my question number 2, I have the expression, the fractional algebraic expression to be 1 out of x plus x over 2x plus 1. Okay, so that is what I have over there. And the question says that we should find the value of, remember, we are still tackling values of algebraic expression. So here I'm going to find the value of this with which or where the value of x has been given as what? Positive 2. So let me indicate it here. Over here, x is what? 2. So it means wherever I see x, I'm going to substitute the value of x, which is 2 over there. Okay, so here there are a lot of ways in going about it, but let's look at the how we can solve it easy. Are you getting me? We want to find the value of this with which the value of x had been given as 2. So our first approach is, remember, I told you that this is also an algebraic expression, but this is termed as algebraic word fractions. Are you getting me? So wherever we see x, we are going to substitute positive 2 over there. So here I have 1 over 2. Remember, x here is 2, so I'm going to substitute 2 over there. Now plus x here is 2, so 2 over 2 in a bracket, x is 2, so 2 plus 1. I believe you are getting it. All right, so let's continue. So here I'm getting 1 over 2 plus 2 over 2 times 2 gives me what? 4. Okay, plus 1. Let me write here what? Plus 1. Okay, remember here we multiply the 2 times 2 here. If I have this, okay, it means multiplication. It means 2 times 2. That is why I am getting what? 4. That's why we've written 4 here. So here we have 2 times 2, which is 4 plus 1. Have it in mind that we cannot cancel the 2 and the 4 here. No, we cannot cancel. Why? Because the denominator is a binomial and the numerator is a monomial. So please, we cannot cancel. All right, so take note. Now we continue with the next process or with the next procedure at this side as the continuation. So we have 1 over 2. Let me write here, well, the value of x was given as 2. So continuing at this section, I have 1 out of 2 plus 2 out of, now 4 plus 1 gives us what? 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. So yeah, we've gotten two fractions. That is 1 out of 2 plus 2 out of 5. So now we cannot leave it just like that. Okay, we have to simplify the fraction over there. We have to continue with the process until we get a single fraction. Now, having two fractions with which the fractions have different denominators. Here we are going to add 1 out of 2 to 2 out of 5. So for us to be able to add this, we have to make sure that we find a common LCM for the 2 and the 5. So in doing so, I'll draw my fractional bar. Okay, now find the LCM for 2 and 5. If I say LCM for 2 and 5, so LCM for 2 and 5, this means that I'm going to look for a number in the sense that 2 can divide the number evenly, 5 can also divide the number evenly. Okay, so the LCM for 2 and 5, we all know that it is what? 10, right? 10 is the least number with which 2 can divide evenly without a remainder, and 5 can also divide evenly without a remainder. You know that. Very good. So what we are going to do next is, now that we are done finding the LCM, we are going to check the number of times that 2 goes into 10. Now, if I have 10 divided by 2, I'm going to get what? 5. That is when two people are going to share 10 oranges. Each person will get what? 5 oranges. So I'm going to use the 5 here to multiply the numerator of the 2 there. So I have 5 multiplying 1. Then my addition sign. 5 also goes into 10 how many times? So checking the number of times that 5 here goes into 10, I have what? 2. Remember, if I use 5 people going to share 10 oranges, this person will get what? 2 oranges each. So these two will go and multiply the numerator of the fraction 2 over there. So I have 2 multiplying 2. I believe you are getting it and you are following the concept. All right. So let's continue. My next approach is I'm going to multiply 5 times 1 here, which is 5, plus 2 by 2, which gives me 4 all over 10. Then I'll continue with the last one. 5 plus 4 gives me what? 9 over 10. So this becomes my answer. Now, this fraction is a proper fraction, and this fraction cannot be reduced further. So my answer becomes 9 out of 10. Are you getting me? So that means that the value for the fractional or algebraic expression, which is 1 out of x plus x out of 2x plus 1, when x is 2, the answer becomes this after substituting. I believe you are getting me. Very good. So that is how to go about it in solving question number 2. You can also solve it in a diverse way or in an alternative way. So let's see how to solve it in an alternative way also. Now, solving it in an alternative way, what we are going to do is we can, in the first place, simplify this. Okay, we can simplify this. Then after the simplification, we will substitute the values, then we solve it as such. Okay, so I will encourage you that if you find this video interesting and helpful, please do not forget to like, you comment, then you share. All right, you subscribe to our channel also, and you hit the notification bell so that anytime that we upload such videos, you'll be the first person to get in touch with it. Have it in mind that we purposely developed this channel in the sense that we are going to have students out there whose mathematics house is a little bit weak, and we are going to help you bit by bit to make sure that you become the best version of yourself in mathematics. All right, so let's quickly dive into question number 3. By question number 2, I said we are going to look at the alternative way. So let's look at the alternative way, then after we can look at question number 3. All right, so the alternative way is, what I'm trying to say is that the first approach is okay, but we can also look at it in a different way where we can choose to simplify the two fractions here to get a single fraction. Then after we substitute the value of x, which is 2. So let's simplify it in the first place. Now, simplifying two algebraic fractions, this and this. Remember, the denominator here is what? X, and the denominator here is 2x plus 1. What I'm going to find a common denominator, that is the LCM for x and 2x plus 1. So here, my denominator or my LCM becomes x multiplying 2x, okay, plus, sorry, so 2x plus 1 in one bracket. So this becomes my LCM for these denominators here. I believe you are getting me. Yeah, so the LCM for this and this is x comes down, then this whole thing comes down. Remember, it is multiply. Are you getting me? Very good. So here, we are going to check the number of times that this one goes into this. Now, have it in mind that if I take this and this covers this, leaving behind this one. So this one covers this, leaving behind this. That means that this is going to multiply the numerator of the fraction this. So I'm going to get what? 2x plus 1 in a bracket multiplying the numerator 1 over there plus. When I come to this side also, this covers this, leaving behind this. So it covers that, leaving behind this. So that one too, I'm going to get x multiplying x up there. I get me? So remember, we said we are trying to simplify it in the first place. So here I'm going to get 1 is going to multiply whatever I have in a bracket. So here can be expressed as 1 in a bracket 2x plus 1. It is still the same thing. I've not changed anything. Okay. So plus. So here to have x in a bracket x all over x multiplying 2x plus 1. I was trying to reposition it well so that you get to know what we are trying to do here. So we continue with the next part. So I'm going to use the 1 now to multiply that. So 1 times 2x, I'm going to get 2x over here. Okay, then 1 times 1, so I'm getting plus 1. Then here I'll come to this side, so plus x times x, I'm getting x squared all over. So here I'm getting all over x times this, I'm getting 2x squared plus, so x times 1 gives me what? X. Okay, so now I am getting 2x plus 1 plus x squared all over 2x squared plus x. Remember here, we cannot use a x squared to cancel this. No, because the numerator is a trinomial and the denominator is a binomial. Okay, so our next thing is, now that we are done simplifying it to get this, we are going to substitute the value of what? X over here. So wherever we see x, x is now what? 2. We are going to substitute the value of x in this fraction that we have here. So here I have 2 in a bracket x, which is being 2, then plus 1, then plus 2 all power 2. Remember, x is 2 over here. So I'm going to substitute it aside. So all over 2 in a bracket 2 power 2 plus x is 2 over there. I believe you are following the concept. All right, so we dive into the next part. Now here 2 multiplies to where I'm getting 4 plus 1 plus, over here we all know that when we have 2 all squared, if we have 2 all squared, it means what? 2 times what? 2. I get me. The days, which is the 2, is multiplying itself 2 times. And this one gives me what? 4. So that means that over here, 2 power 2 gives me what? 4. So I have 4 all over. And here we said that 2 power 2 gave us what? 4 here. Remember here, 2 power 2 is what? 4. Okay, plus over here is still 2. So we continue it over here at this side. The continuation at this section, we are now getting 4 plus 1 plus 4 gives us what? 9 all over. Now here 2 times 2 is what? Sorry, 2 times 4 gives us what? 8 plus here is 2. So we are getting our final answer to be 9 over 8 plus 2 is 10. So remember, we are getting the same answer. Okay, so whichever way you go about it, okay, remember when we solve it in an alternative means, we are getting the same answer as 9 over 10 as compared to the one that we solved initially. We had 9 over 10. So whichever way you go about it, you get the same answer. I believe you are clear with that, and I believe you are following the concept. Very good. So now let's dive into question number 3. And I believe you understood the step-by-step approach. Okay, so here we have solved it using 2 different ways, and I believe you understood all the 2 ways. Please have it in mind that we are trying to explain the concept step by step so that you will be able to understand how to find the value of what any given algebraic expression with a given value of the variable in the expression. Very good. So let's dive into our latter part, which is the question number 3. So my question number 3, I have the expression to be x plus y all over 2x plus y, okay, plus x over y. Okay, so in solving this, remember the value of x had been given us. Let me state the value of x here, which is 1, and here y was also given us 2. So that means that we are going to find the value of the expression this with a given value of x as 1 and y to be what? 2. So having the algebraic fractions here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do substitution to make it easy. I get to know. Very good. So let's start by substituting the value of x and the corresponding value of what? Y. Now x here is 1. So I'll open a bracket, write my 1 plus y here is 2 all over x is 1 plus y, which is 2, plus x is 1 all over y, which is 2. Are you following? Okay, so when we get to this side here, we are getting 1 plus 2 all over 2 times 1 is 2 plus 2. Now plus our 1 over 2. So we continue it over here. We are having 1 plus 2, which is 3, all over 2 plus 2, which is 4, plus our 1 over 2. So this time around, we are getting two fractions as well. So here we are going to look at how to simplify this fraction by finding the LCM. Remember, we cannot just add 3 out of 4 to 1 out of 2. So we find the LCM. The LCM for the denominators, 4 and 2. That is the least number with which 4 can divide and 2 can also divide. And that least number becomes 4. Now, 4 divides 4 how many times? So if I have 4 divided by 4, it gives me what? 1. So I'll use this 1 to multiply the numerator of the 4. So I'm getting 3 times 1 plus, then we check the 2 also. How many times does 2 divides 4? It's how many times? 2 times. So I'll use the 2